Hello, Kirsty Lane here. This is day 9 of intermittent fasting and the Bulletproof Diet. This morning I woke up this morning and I did not have that anxious feeling in the pit of my stomach that I'm not going to eat this morning, I'm going to die. Which is such relief. In the first week or so when you are doing intermittent fasting, you just wake up, and when you remember that you're not going to eat anything, your body sort of goes into a panic. And after a while, it just disappears. It does disappear. I'm happy to say today I did a 15.5-hour fast and I felt absolutely fine. And no trouble. I didn't feel bad or anything. So what I would say to you is that in the first week or so, you're going to feel bad because your body is expelling a lot of toxins, breaking down a lot of things, bits and pieces that have been in your body a very, very long time. And, that's okay. That activated charcoal did not work for me. I would say get a quality brand. But after a week, the point is that you're going to feel much better. Lots of people who do fasting, they say that actually they feel far better when they're not eating than when they're eating. The goal is always to make you feel much better than you otherwise would do. First week I did keto, I felt awful. The first week I did intermittent fasting, I felt awful, but I don't expect that to happen anymore. I expect now to feel good, that my body has become used to it, basically, and is becoming more resilient. I had a bulletproof coffee this morning, and instead of making a mess and letting it cool down and then heat it back up, blah, 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 what I did was I got a hand whisker and put it in my big, tall thermos cup, and that made a lot less mess. So that's a tip for you, bulletproof coffee. The butter and oil in coffee, it sounds disgusting, but when you make it frothy, it's a difficult word to say, frothy, when you make it frothy, then it's like a sort of coffee milkshake. I don't drink coffee. I gave up coffee for a couple of weeks when I was just trialling the pH alkalization diet. And then every time I drank it again, it made me feel nauseous. And it's because this alkalization diet, it said that coffee makes your stomach produce a lot of acid, and you're trying to be alkaline and not acid. So ever since then, I've not been able to drink coffee because of that. And so it's obviously true because being nauseous was because the coffee was making my stomach produce too much acid. So I drink black tea, but I make sure to get some quality decaf coffee beans, like the ground bags. You can buy them in supermarkets or online. It's like really real quality coffee, not just instant stuff, because then you can get all of the nutrients. Basically, there's a lot of good stuff that comes out of coffee, that you can get all of the good stuff in coffee without the caffeine, if that's not what you want. I don't tend to need a lot of caffeine anyway. I tend to be a morning person, but I would say if you're struggling, then definitely give that a go. If you have headaches, then it's an electrolyte shortage. So what you want to do is you want to have Himalayan pink salt is the best salt, I would say. It's far cheaper if you buy big bags of it on the internet than just in a supermarket. You can just buy a kilo and it's really, really cheap. And you want to get some magnesium, preferably magnesium, anything that ends in 8. So citrate or something like that. Anything that ends in 8, so high quality magnesium. And you also want to take potassium in the morning. So potassium, magnesium supplement, and what I do is I have a big glass of, I pour some cold water and then top it up with hot water, and I stir in some salt. This also sounds disgusting, but if you're fasting, then your body needs salt. So and that's a general tip, to be honest. If you do suffer with headaches, then I've heard lots of people saying that they had chronic headaches and migraines until they got some electrolyte supplements, and then it went away. Sometimes it's a sign of dehydration, and sometimes if you've got a headache, it's basically your brain saying there's something wrong, will you fix this please? And it might be that it's a sign of, what do we call it? Electrolyte deficiency. Give it a try. I had to get up last night twice in the night to go to the toilet. It's not very good for your sleep if you keep on having to get up in the night. I think it's because I can't eat at the night. So last night I stopped eating anything after 6 o'clock. And I just basically compensate by drinking loads. And now I have to get up loads of times in the night because I'm drinking too much fizzy water at night. So I'm going to try to stop doing that, because it's just disturbing your sleep if you have to keep on getting up, and sleep is so vitally important to our health that we want to maximise it as much as I can. Many times I have had a bad night's sleep, and as a result made very poor health choices, because you just want something to make you feel better because you feel bad, and the better you feel, the healthier you want to eat. The worse you feel, the less healthy you want to eat. So yes, I'm going to stop drinking. I think I'm going to put a limit on it, maybe 8:30 at night. I'm going to stop drinking any fluid. And it's weird because I'm always thirsty. Thirsty Kirsty, that's my name. Okay. Gratitude. It is freezing today, and I am very grateful that I have a house to live in and some heating. It must be awful to be homeless, be outside and freezing all the time. Being cold for you is very, very good, but not all the time for you. I could talk to you for ages about the benefits of cryotherapy, but if you're just outside in the cold all the time, then it's not good for your health all the time, and of course you must feel miserable. So I feel very grateful to have a house to live in. If you are wondering why we're practicing gratitude, when they do surveys of people who are very happy, they ask you how happy you are, and then they judge you on all different scales. One of them is how grateful you are, if you're grateful for your life, for example. And people who are very, very grateful generally are much happier. And if you're happier, then you tend to be healthier, because you don't do things like comfort eating and things like that. So it's just a little hack that we can practice in order to just feel a bit happier, and in that way we can make healthy choices spontaneously, not because we think that we have to, but because we want to look after ourselves, make ourselves happy and healthy. What are you grateful for? Like and subscribe.